keep your character fresh as you go on?
I know, I've never been asked that question. That's the first. It's not necessarily that I keep it fresh, it's a look at myself, really, as, like, you know what I mean, like, I am, Dick Durning is me, that's who I am, that's how I was raised, it's how I grew up and stuff like that, so it's really more of a character of myself.
Right.
So in everyday life, like, you know, I have a 6-year-old son, so what I do with him at home kind of like comes out like in the ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not how do I keep the character fresh, it's how do I live my life and portray it to the fans.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Many people may not know you are not only one of the stars of Vision Pro, but you are one of the promoters.
Yeah.
Tell us how Vision Pro came to be. I know it's fairly new.
It's all in the name, honestly, with the vision that I had, and especially around here, like I used to do great in Moncton and stuff like that, but back in 2008, XWA started and it went, and we were drawing like really good crowds, and like everything was out of quiet pretty much, and then what had happened is the promoter of that company got comfortable, so he just stayed where he was, so it wasn't, he never really wanted to get bigger and better, and like I did along with a lot of other guys, and we had a vision, and that's how we started.
Right now, Vision Pro, like you mentioned, you guys are doing St. John and Fredericton. Is there any interest in doing any other towns?
We went to Mary Street for the Rock and Roll Festival last year. We're trying to branch out to a couple other places right now. Looking at, we're looking into doing like a tribute to the troops thing around here. So hopefully that comes into play, and we get to go out to, we're going to try and hit Ormoco and possibly Woodstock this year for Old Home Week and stuff like that. So yeah, we're trying to get out there more and more. We were in Chittenden. We have a show in Chittenden August 6th or 9th, I'm not sure on the date, but we had a friend up there who passed away, and like he was really a big part of the community and stuff, so every year we go up there and do a memorial tournament in his name, and his son was there last year and he presented the trophy to the winner and stuff like that. It was really big.
So I know you've had some trial matches with the WWE. So what tell us about your experiences with them?
Catering was the best. Catering, I swear to God, catering. Everybody who goes to WWE and talks about what's the highlight, it's catering. Catering was amazing. Just sitting and meeting the guys and like being able to watch the product and how it flows and like everything like that. It was. I had a 30-year plan growing up. I started wrestling when I was 10. 20 years old, I said I wanted to wrestle at LBR. I got the bird for Breaker Wrestling, so I had that come true. 25, I wanted to wrestle in Harbor Station in St. John, like a big arena down there. I got to do that on CWI, was Championship Wrestling International. I did that I was on the show with Mick Foley, the Outlaws, Scott Steiner, Tatanka, Steve Carino, like names that I never thought I would be on a show. And then I said, okay, 30 years old, I wanted WWE tryout. And 4 days after my 30th birthday, I had WWE tryout. So I kind of gradually made it to where, you know what I mean? If I had to retire tomorrow, I would retire.
Yeah.
I would quit the business out.
So in Halifax, you go by a different name. You go by Richard Schneer.
Oh,
Did you have any part in the name of the character?
no, not at all. I was actually on my way to the show, and they had promoted me for a month as Dick Durning. And I think it was like 2 in the morning, Mosier messaged me and said, we're changing your name. And I flat out told him, I'm going to find someone else, I'm not going.
Yeah.
But I ended up going. I did the name, because they promised me that it would only be 3 months, and now it's been like 8 months.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun with it because I made it my own thing.
Yeah.
So as much as people want to say they made me, it's just another version of myself. It's the heel version of myself.
Yeah.
So.
And it shows that you just take that as your own.
Well, and that's it, right? It's the only So we're always training, but that feud was it was something that actually spilled over from the end of the end days of XWA, and then Vision started, and Brian closed the doors down, he closed down in XWA, and then it was just man, this only happened 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So why not play with it? And we never expected it to go a year, but it was something that people wanted to see. We changed it up at different angles, different things happened. We weren't always at each other, but we were always involved.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something we expected to go a year. It was only that thing was supposed to last 4 months.
Yeah.
And it gradually carried out.
Yeah, great. So the last thing I want to do is just a quick word association thing that we've been doing. The first name I got is Raymond Petit.
Great worker. Excellent, really good friend. Can't wait to kick his ass tonight.
Matt Pettiford.
One of my best friends, my partner, he actually thought I was an asshole before he didn't like me at all when we first started being around each other and stuff like that, and then it's he just he noticed that he's not as bad as everybody says that he is.
Yeah.
We started talking, everything happened, and 5 or 6 years later, here we are.
Wesley Pipes.
Probably one of my best friends, really close friend. He's my training partner. We're him and I are in the ring 4 days a week together, teaching and training each other. So.
Malcolm Wallace.
Love the guy.
Kevin Dobbs.
Awesome promoter. Really good guy. Down to earth. Respects the business. He sees a light that most other promoters don't. Because I don't know when it was. I think it was maybe 4 years ago. I'm not even sure. Don't quote me on this, but he didn't think that IHW was going to be anymore, and him and Dave got together and they pulled it. That's probably one of the hottest New Brunswick maritime. That's probably one of the hottest maritime wrestling promotions around right now, and it's an honor and a pleasure to work for us.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So that's it. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Giving me some time, man. It's great, and everybody stay tuned. We'll be back with the results of the Vision Pro Show from St. John.
New heavyweight champion. Woo! April 2nd, St. John.
Thanks, folks. Hey, Maritime Wrestling fans. This is Kevin back to review the Vision Pro Wrestling card from this past Saturday night. Before I start, I want to thank both Chip Chambers and Dick Durning, who took the time out of their busy weekend to sit down with me and answer a few questions. I'm definitely very appreciative of this. For anybody who hasn't been to a local wrestling show, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there's a lot of time. And for them to spare 20 minutes, half an hour to sit down and talk to us is a big deal. So I definitely want to send out a big thank you to those two gentlemen, both class acts, and hopefully we can do it again soon. So so right now I'm going to review the Vision Pro Wrestling card from this past Saturday. Before I start, I just want to say this was probably the best Vision Pro show that I've been to. This was probably my fourth one I think I've been to, and they're just getting better and better and better. If you are living in New Brunswick or in the Fredericton, St. John area, I definitely encourage you to go to a Vision Pro show. They're just gonna blow up because they're just getting better and better. Their crowds are getting bigger and bigger. So definitely go. And if you're coming from Nova Scotia or another part of the Maritimes, definitely worth the drive. Very friendly, very fan-friendly promotion. So definitely worth the money. Definitely worth the drive. I would encourage anybody to check them out. So Vision Pro Wrestling, March 19th, this past Saturday. We started with a promo, an introduction promo with Jeff Graves, who is one of the board members, the on screen authority figures. He announced that they were going to be starting a tag team division. The Fredericton crowd would be the first one to see the Vision Pro Wrestling tag team titles for the first time. So he introduced Mr. Wallace, who was the heel authority figure, and he came out and announced that the tag team of Sabotage would be his new bodyguards. They also announced a kind of a tag team tournament to crown the new champions. The way it's going to work is that every time there's a tag team match, the winner of that match is going to get a point. At the end of the wrestling season, the two teams with the most points will be awarded the Vision Pro Wrestling tag team titles. And they also announced that they were going to be filming a pilot. So that's super exciting. So that'll be good to get that product out there, because I'm a big fan of Vision Pro. So I'm all about getting the word out about those guys. So that's huge. I was very happy to hear that. Then it was announced that they were going to be announcing. They announced that they were having a brand new ring announcer. That being David Boyce. David Boyce, a friend of mine. Very happy to see him in Vision Pro. He did a great job ring announcing the show. Match number 1 was the Elite Tigers versus the Hot Tamales in the tag team match, which was won by the Elite Tigers. Big fan of this match. Elite Tigers are high flying. They're awesome. Becoming a big fan of those guys. That match was a great way to open up the show, and a good way to kind of see where the tag team division is going. So that was a great way to start the show. Next was a promo by my buddy Shane Stevens. Came out and told the fans that he was vacating the Vision Pro Light Heavyweight Championship, which he just dropped the belt in the ring, walked off, came back with a new title, and said that he is now the new Vision Pro Wrestling Interprovincial Champion. So that's a new title here there in Vision Pro, and this brought out Chip Chambers, who challenged Shane for the title, which was made into a triple threat by Jeff Graves, which the third participant was Vinny Gallant. If anybody has never been to Vision Pro, Vinny Gallant is also Kurt Cobain. For anybody who's been to any other wrestling show, Kurt Cobain is probably one of the rising stars in the Maritime. So they had a triple threat match, which the winner was Shane Stevens by probably some underhanded tactics. So next match was the Miss Gia versus Madison Miles, and I'm going to try to keep this straight because there was a lot of twists and turns. Basically, some interference by James Steele, who is the partner of Miss Gia. So Madison won by disqualification, which led to Wesley Pipes coming out to save Madison because James Steele was putting his hands on her. So Wesley Pipes came out, which started a match between Jeff Graves announced that this would be a match that would happen after intermission. So they went a one-on-one, which this match led to a tag team match because of the interference by the ladies. So it ended up being a tag team match, intergender tag team match. So it was Wesley Pipes and Madison versus James Steele and Miss Gia, which was won by Wesley Pipes and Madison. I definitely want to add the main thing I want to say about this match was they added me and Amanda, my fiance Amanda. One of the spots in the match was that Miss Gia was not wanting to be in the ring with Madison, so she came out and started talking to me and flirting with me and sat on my lap, so she was kind of yelling to Madison in the ring while she was sitting on my lap, which did not sit well with my fiance, who pushed her off of my lap onto the floor. which she started approaching Amanda, which caused Madison to come back and get involved again, which the match resumed, which was super cool for me and Amanda because we go to as many wrestling shows as we can in the Maritimes. So for us to be involved and be asked to do something like that was amazing. We had a great time. And thank you to both ladies, Miss G at Madison. You guys are getting better in the ring every time I see you wrestle. And we were privileged for you guys to ask us to do that. So again, thank you. You guys are awesome. So that led to the main event, which was for the Vision Pro Wrestling heavyweight title, and which was Dick Durning challenging Remy Petit, which led to a disqualification because Sabotage and Mr. Wallace got involved, causing a disqualification, which led to Sabotage and Remy putting a beating on Dick, and it ended with just them standing over him, potentially starting a new stable, which the only thing I gotta say about this main event was the main reason why I thought it was the best Vision Pro show I've seen so far, because there was so much heat. The crowds in Fredericton and St. John are just so passionate and they're so intense. That whole ending, the crowd lost it, and there was so much heat, and Sabotage and Remy did such a good job to generate that heat, and Dick Durning is such a huge star in New Brunswick, and especially Fredericton and St. John. So it was amazing. It was a great way to end the show, and I was very impressed with the show as a whole. The match for the match of the night, I would have to say it was the whole Miss Gia Madison, James Steele, Wesley Pipes. It went from the women's match to the men's match to the intergender match, and it flowed really well, and it all made sense. So, and which is important to me anyway. For when you go to a wrestling show, it has to make sense. So it all made sense. It was great. All those people involved in that match are amazing, talented performers. So it was great. The promo of the night, I'm gonna say it's to me was the Remy Sabotage Mr. Wallace ending of the night. It wasn't necessarily a promo, but that's what I'm gonna go with because it just generated so much heat, and I think it's gonna Vision Pro is just gonna blow up because it's just getting better and better, and there was so much heat that it's bound to draw more people, as far as I'm concerned. And the MVP of the night, it's tough because they were all so amazing, but I have to go with Shane Stevens. Mostly because I'm a huge fan, a huge mark of Shane. Shane's a good friend of mine, and I've seen him be a babyface quite a bit, but lately I've seen him be a heel with Exile and IHW, and I've seen him be a heel. I've seen him be a babyface many places, but I've started seeing him be a heel in the IHW and now in Vision Pro, and I think Shane does a fantastic heel. I think it comes off really natural for him to be a heel, so it's a lot of fun to me to see him be a heel because I can tell he has a lot of fun with it. So definitely I think I'm gonna throw that to Shane. So that's it for me right now, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the two interviews. Before I sign off, I definitely want to plug a couple more interviews I have coming up. On April 2nd, I will be heading up to Vision Pro again in St. John, which is highlighted by a multi-person match to name the number one contender for the Vision Pro heavyweight title. I'll get more into that as the show gets closer, but I will that night I will be interviewing Remy Petit. So super excited. Remy is the Vision Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, so I'm super excited to have him on. Hopefully, he'll have the title with him. And a week later, I'm going to announce both my next two interviews. A week after that, on the Saturday, April 9th, I will be going to the Wrestle Center show at the Halifax Multipurpose Center, and I will be reviewing that show and their K Broughton show. I will be interviewing the IFWA heavyweight champion JP Sims. So 2 next interviews I'm super excited for. 2 promotion champions. They're heavyweight champions. So that's super exciting. And stay tuned. I'll have those up within the next few weeks. And the wrestling season's only starting, and it's heating up, and I'm excited, and I hope everybody else is too. And stay tuned, and we'll be talking soon.